Imagine a world where high-speed internet reaches every corner, no matter how remote. That's the promise of Starlink, Elon Musk's ambitious satellite internet service, a constellation of thousands of satellites orbiting our planet, designed to connect the unconnected. For a nation like South Africa, grappling with a profound digital divide, where only a tiny fraction of rural households have internet access compared to urban centers, Starlink offers a tantalizing solution. But this isn't just a story about technology. It's a complex saga of policy, power, and a clash of ideologies, where the promise of digital inclusion collides head-on with South Africa's deeply rooted commitment to economic transformation. South Africa's digital divide isn't just a statistic. It's a barrier to opportunity. In vast rural landscapes, traditional internet infrastructure is often non-existent or prohibitively expensive. This is where Starlink shines. Its satellite technology bypasses the need for costly cables and towers, beaming high-speed internet directly to remote communities. Imagine the impact: online education for isolated schools, telemedicine for rural clinics, and e-commerce opportunities for local entrepreneurs. Starlink isn't just theoretical, it's already operational in 18 other African countries, from Nigeria to Mozambique, proving its ability to bridge this very divide. So, why isn't it officially in South Africa? The core of the conflict lies in South Africa's Black Economic Empowerment, or BEE, framework. Established after apartheid, BEE aims to redress historical injustices by ensuring equitable economic opportunities for the majority Black population. In telecommunications, this means a mandatory 30% local Black ownership for licensees. The government views BEE as non-negotiable, vital for economic transformation. Enter Elon Musk. The South African-born billionaire controversially claimed on X that Starlink was not allowed to operate in South Africa simply because I'm not Black. Starlink itself, in a submission to ICASA, argued that these provisions effectively excluded foreign satellite operators. Yet, both ICASA, the telecommunications regulator, and the Foreign Ministry have consistently stated that Starlink has never formally applied for a license and would be welcome if it complied with local laws. Despite the official impasse, a thriving grey market emerged. For over 2 years, thousands of South Africans found workarounds, importing Starlink kits and using international roaming, often through resellers in neighbouring countries. This unofficial adoption, estimated at over 14,000 kits annually by late 2023, was a clear signal of unmet demand, putting immense pressure on regulators to find a formal solution. ICASA, South Africa's telecommunications watchdog, is mandated to enforce the country's laws. Their first public warning against unauthorized Starlink use came in November 2023, declaring it illegal. But the grey market persisted. Then, in early June 2025, a significant escalation. Starlink itself began disconnecting South African users who were accessing services via roaming plans, following direct pressure from ICASA. ICASA reiterated its uncompromising stance, confirming Starlink still lacked a local license. On May 29, 2025, they announced a formal investigation into the unlawful use and provision of Starlink services. engaging directly with SpaceX, and deploying inspection teams. They also raised concerns about Starlink's dish antennas not undergoing the necessary type approval process, crucial for safety and preventing signal interference. This crackdown, coming shortly after new policy proposals, signals ICASA's determination to reassert its authority and compel Starlink to engage formally. In May 2025, Communications Minister Solly Malatsi introduced a draft policy direction proposing a significant shift. Equity equivalent mechanisms for foreign tech firms to meet BEE requirements. This proposal was gazetted just days after President Ramaphosa's high-profile meeting with Donald Trump in Washington. The equity equivalent model offers an alternative to the traditional 30% direct equity ownership. Instead, multinational corporations like Starlink could fulfill their empowerment obligations through investments in digital infrastructure, skills development, job creation, or supporting small businesses. The government's stated aim is to attract foreign investment, boost competition, and still achieve empowerment goals. Minister Malatsi insists the policy isn't tailored for Starlink and began development months earlier. The proposal is currently open for public comment, inviting feedback from all stakeholders. The Starlink conflict is deeply intertwined with broader US-South Africa diplomatic tensions. President Donald Trump has amplified baseless claims of white genocide in South Africa, a narrative Elon Musk has actively promoted. The Trump administration has reportedly intervened on Starlink's behalf in other developing nations, like Lesotho, which granted a 10-year license after perceived US pressure. While President Ramaphosa publicly denied discussing Starlink with Trump, reports suggest a workaround deal was offered to Musk before their White House meeting. This proposed policy has ignited a firestorm within South Africa. The ruling ANC, while defending BEE as essential, has seen internal questioning of the timing. The opposition Democratic Alliance, long critical of BEE, welcomes the amendments, but the Radical Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, and the Umkhonto weSizwe, MK, party fiercely oppose any relaxation of BEE, calling it an unlawful attempt to bypass the law, a backdoor for foreign multinationals, and a threat to national security and sovereignty. Civil society groups like SAFTU echo these concerns, warning of digital imperialism and a dilution of empowerment goals. Starlink's entry could intensify competition, potentially leading to better services and lower prices for consumers. However, local internet service providers, like MTN, support Starlink only if there's regulatory parity, meaning all companies, foreign or local, adhere to the same laws, including BE. Critics worry that relaxing rules for foreign giants could unfairly sideline local businesses, while Starlink offers transformative potential for remote areas, boosting education, healthcare, and economic growth. Its current cost, with a significant upfront equipment purchase and monthly fee, might be prohibitive for many South Africans. This raises concerns that it could exacerbate, rather than bridge, existing digital inequalities, benefiting only the affluent. South Africa's approach is being closely watched across the continent. Countries like Lesotho quickly approved Starlink, reportedly under US pressure, despite concerns about 100% foreign ownership. In contrast, Namibia, with stricter local ownership requirements, has ordered Starlink to cease operations while discussions continue. The outcome in South Africa will set a significant precedent for foreign investment across Africa. The proposed equity equivalent policy is currently open for public comment, with no guarantee of its final form. Simultaneously, ICASA's formal investigation into Starlink's unauthorized operations continues, with SpaceX's response still pending. ICASA is also conducting a 6-month market study on implementing these equity equivalent programs. The path to Starlink's official licensing remains highly uncertain. The South African government faces a delicate balancing act: how to embrace technological advancement without undermining its core commitment to economic transformation. President Ramaphosa consistently reiterates that transformation is not a favor, it's a necessity, emphasizing the need to close the economic gulf between households. This entire saga has become a litmus test for South Africa's policy integrity and adaptability. The outcome will not only determine Starlink's fate, but will significantly influence the country's broader reputation as an investment destination and its assertion of sovereignty in a globalized digital economy. If you found this deep dive insightful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth analyses. Thank you for watching.